Hey, Mark Meldrum, Meldrum's Monster Garage, and here we are at the Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals, and we're all set up, and we're just kind of checking things out right now. Some guys doing some videotaping right next to us, but so we're going to be a lot of fun this weekend. As you go down here, we've got a lot of Chevelle friends, so we're pretty excited about that. We got Anthony and Bracia parked right with us, and we've got Ed and Kim Fisher, and they got a really cool little display here. They got, since this is a Beaumont, it's up north, they got some snow on the ground, and I was watching them set this up. They even got the snow tires on the car. Check that out. Didn't they do a nice job with that? That is just a nice touch. Convertible in the snow. But yeah, we're excited to be here. Look at this, Vega. You like that, George? Larry's going crazy about this. Got all these Vegas here. Monzas, AMCs, Ramblers, El Caminos, Rancheros, everything. So we're going to check things out today and see what's going on. And hopefully you will enjoy all the coverage from Meldrum's Monster Garage here at the MCACN show in Chicago. It's a Shine Your Car Up Day, and you can even hire guys to do this. There's a whole team using all this Jack Swax product, shining up these beautiful, beautiful 442s. Got quite a few of them here today. Very nice. W30s. But look at this. They are a lot more luxurious than the Chevelles as far as interiors go. Very, very nice. Of course, this is where we were last year. We were right by the Jack Swax guys. And looks like this year they have some of these 73 SS. I think it's a 73. Yeah, 73 SS Chevelles. Some Grand Ams. Some of the Buick Stage 1. Built off the Century. Very, very cool. I'm going to tell you a little story about these Buick Grand Sports. My dad bought a Buick Century, and he had a 455 put in it. It was not a Grand Sport, but it was really deceiving because it was called the 350 package, and they would put the 350 emblem right on the front of the car, but the car actually had a 455 motor in it. And we had that car for a number of years, and we sold it to a neighbor, and I still have the window sticker of that car, and that's why I know about the 350 badging and the 455 motor. We always used to tell people that Dad saw the car coming down the assembly line and had the assembly line workers put a 455 in it, but of course that wasn't true because you could order it that way. It was called the 350 package by Buick. So something cool. We sold that car to our neighbor, and he towed a boat for it for a number of years. But it was this same exact light blue color of the Buick, and it was a 73, and it was a two-tone, had a white top, unlike this car, which has a black vinyl top. Of course, they got the Oldsmobile version of this car, Cutlass. I think these are real pretty cars. So here's where all the cars come in, and cars and trucks, they come into the show, and then you pause here for a second, unload, and then get going again. They try to move you in and out as soon as possible. This year was a little slow loading because the show that was here before us was pretty intense, one of the biggest trade shows around, and they had a hard time getting that show out of here so we could get the Muscle Car and Corvette National show going. But that's okay. So all these cars are probably in. They're just staging them right now before they get to their final resting spots. This is always a popular place, and a lot of people hang out here, the barn finds. So here these cars are in a raw state as found, not restored yet. And it'll be fun to see these cars return to the show after a while. Of course, they even got to put roller wheels on them just to roll them around. They sometimes set them up with flat tires. So it's kind of interesting. All right, they're moving some cars around here. This is usually where a lot of the Corvettes are. And And sounds like they have one running around here. I don't know which one it is. Oh, let's see. So just like I say, it's just a setup day, getting things all moved around. We'll get around to get some more of a videotape of everything and talk to some car owners. Well, there's something unfortunate. It looks like they got the rear window broke out of that. But knowing the way things go around here, they'll have a glass guy in here and they'll fix that thing up, and then you'll be in the show and you'll never know what happened. But it looks like they're doing some vacuuming. This area where they do vintage certification. So vintage certification is basically cars that haven't been restored but are still in super, super nice condition. They'll put it on the lift. They'll check it out. They'll have a number of experts check the car out. And basically do a 10-page or so report of how original everything is on the car. So very, very interesting process to work, and certainly a very expensive process for car owners. But it'll add to the prominence of the car, and that's a good thing. Here's our buddy Tom Rittler. He's working on looks like a 72 Chevelle here that he did for a customer, and they're cleaning it up and getting it ready to show. So it looks like he's working with the car owners here. Fred, look at these big rigs that bring these vehicles in here. And I mean, they've been just coming in and out basically for the last 2 days, dropping off 8 or 10 cars at a time. Wow, just really cool. And of course, you also got, personal car owners driving their rigs in here from all over the country. About 800 or so cars in here. And it looks like there's a lot of cars in here this year. They're packing it in well. There's a beautiful 66 El Camino, and I am sure I will be judging that car tomorrow. And Uncle Larry said he already looked at the car, and he's right. It does look gorgeous. Boy, I just love when people bring frames, 63 Impala here to the show. That is just the coolest thing to do. Because we'll see this car fully built one day, but now we're just seeing it as a frame. And you guys know I love to do this. We've done it at a couple of shows now with Larry's cars and my cars. So kudos to this guy who put this together. It's a great display. So here we are. We're all set up. Got the car shining. Got it looking good. We've had quite a few people over. I wish they would have just pulled their judging sheets out and started judging right now, because it was funny. We had quite a group over here this morning, but the car looks great, and they got a lot of nice accolades and a lot of nice things about saying, hey, thanks, Mark, for showing us how this car was built on, all my posts on Facebook and YouTube. So I definitely appreciate talking to everybody that saw all the YouTube videos. So please stop by this weekend if you're in Chicago and say hello. And I've got a few business cards to remind you about my channel. And just let me know. I'll give you one.